Okay, so my son moved out last week, got his very own place for the very first time. And I started having some flashbacks from a few years ago when he was in high school. Actually, in his junior year, we were attending a banquet where they were recognizing the seniors for that year. And I'm in the back of the room just bawling because you see, I had been dreading everything about him growing up. I wanted him to stay with me forever. I wanted him to stay my little boy forever and ever, which is so unrealistic. And so there I am, just breaking down. And my son walks back and says, Mom, I'm not even a senior yet. You've got to stop. And it was in that moment that I realized that my dread was affecting his joy. And I didn't want that for him. And so I began to seek the Lord, and I just began to ask for some wisdom and some advice from God. And He gave me this word that I needed to be excited and expectant for my son, that I needed to let him see my excitement. And so I chose to do that. And I'm telling you, it made all the difference in the world. I was able to enjoy his junior year. His senior year was just a blessing. His dad and I were able to, celebrate in all his accomplishments and um, just be so proud of all he was doing and just him growing up. And so fast forward now, he's just moved out and he's been talking about it for a while, and I've just been like, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. Well, it finally became obvious that it was time. And so I immediately began to have that dread again. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do this. It's a whole lot more fun to join in all the excitement than it is to sit back by yourself being a big Debbie Downer. And I did not want to be that. And I did not, again, want my son to see my dread, and and he would think of that as a disappointment, and I don't want him to ever think that I'm disappointed in him. And so I decided to be excited. And so for his dad and I, it has been so much fun to be able to, go and get the necessities for his apartment and start setting things up, and watching my son's excitement and having this independence and growing has been such a blessing to me to watch. And so I don't know if this is encouraging anybody else, but maybe you have a child that's about to graduate high school, or you have a child that's about to move out for the very first time. I want to encourage you to choose to be excited. Choose to come in and let them see your excitement, because kids worry about their parents. You don't want your kids dreading things because they're worried about how it's going to affect you. And I didn't want that for my son. And I know you don't want that for your children either. And so I just want to encourage you with that. And, I know my son's still going to make mistakes. I'm 45 years old and I'm still making mistakes, but I just always want him to know that I'm there for him. I want to be there to celebrate all his accomplishments, and I'll be there to help him get over any hurdles that, may come into his life. But most of all, I just want him to always see that I am proud and excited and expected for the next phase of his life. I appreciate the times that have passed, the times that we've had, but I'm looking forward, very expectantly looking forward to all that is to come. And so I hope, again, that you are encouraged by that. And I pray that you have a wonderful, blessed day.